second pick for this team, so we're going to see what they can do. Oh, and instantly picks. Damn.
Lucario, an offensive player, a mid-range player, and the last two items, Bricktops in North America. We're just going to make those assumptions from here on out, guys.
Yeah. So his quote, GG. I think that's all we need to know. So I think we're just going to move on. So to the 7th pick for the next team here, the Kinetic Knights. And they're going for their 7th pick. And do you think it's going to be an instant pick or what?
I'm hoping so, because we've got kind of a momentum going here. And I'm seeing Cyber keep popping up in chat. That's the fan desired next pick.
Oh, and we're having more technical difficulties now. The coach who's currently picking has dropped out, so we're not sure what's going to happen here. So we're just waiting on this pick.
It's technical difficulties, and this is a bad time to have those technical difficulties.
30 seconds, he's rejoining. Can he get in time to make this pick? We're going to see.
Oh, and he is being granted a reset on the clock because of his technical difficulties. So good on him.
For him. Yep. All right, so 6 seconds on the clock. We're going to see how long it takes him to pick here.
All right,
oh, and here we have it.
Though, an offensive player, close quarters player, and yeah, last two items, Bricktops and North American. So anything interesting on though aside from that Luchador's mask?
Well, he's a very flexible player, so he can play assault. He can play assault and support. So he's definitely an interesting, more dynamic character than some of the other, or a more dynamic player than some of the other players here. So we're definitely gonna see what he can do here. But and apparently a fun fact here, he's the record holder for failed authentications during registration with 11 failed codes. So good. I don't know how you do that.
That is something to be, I don't know, proud or ashamed of. But moving right along to pick 42, meaning of life, the universe, and everything, the Iron Inquisitors pick.
It's their 7th pick, and we got 6 seconds on the clock. We're gonna see what they can pick here. We're seeing a lot of 10 damage in chat. So let's see who they pick. Clock's still a bit broken, but don't worry about that.
I'm seeing a back and forth between 10 damage, Rocky, and Daventon.
Yeah, so we're gonna see what can happen here. Waiting, we got 50 seconds on the clock for the coach to make his choice, and there you have it.
It is Interceptus, an offensive mid-range player. Bricktops, but European side. And nice scarf.
Very nice scarf, yes. Scarf, and look at that hat. I mean, this guy knows class. He's definitely going to help out his team. You can tell just by the way he looks. So I think we can move on. That's all you really need to say about him. I mean, look at him. That is someone who's going to carry your team.
That absolutely fabulous. You don't really have much else that needs to be said about it.
No. I think we can move on. I think he's going to help out his team.
Indeed, and we are on to round 8 with the Colossal Crusaders up for their first pick of round 8.
All right, so timer should be going for 6 seconds pretty soon. They got 6 seconds on the clock, trying to take that pick. It's the 8th pick, so I don't think they have anyone they really want now. And they're just kind of trying to look and be like, who's the best we can get right now? You know, they probably already got everyone they wanted to get, or they've lost out on everyone they wanted to get.
Well, I mean, if they were just to take 2 seconds and look into the chat, there are a lot of people being called out. Well, a lot of the same people being called out that still haven't found their way onto a team.
Yep. And I feel like some people in chat are going to be a little bit salty. Some of these people don't get picked. So we're going to see Colossal, the team's really taking their time to pick here with only 30 seconds left. And there we have it.
And their pick is, ooh, that's a funny spelling of that. Leader, a playmaker, a mid-range player. Bricktops in North America, because of course he is, rocking what appears to be a white version of the Hitman suit.
I mean, you know what? That's a pretty awesome suit. And he's also got some awesome aim. He's got good long-range aim, great map awareness of what's happening in the game. He's a good defensive player and uses a lot of tricky angles to slowly pick off his opponents. So we're going to see what he can do. But looks like he's going to help out his team a lot. But we're moving on now to the 8th pick for this team. And it's going to be pick 44 of the entire draft, with AA going in for their 8th pick.
Yep, and Witty Sights, still according to the previously posted straw poll, still sitting as the favorite coach of this season, although the second least competent coach, who picked Wayside Me being one of the commentators for last year's draft. With Witty Sides, support character, mid-range character, trumped up out of his pants character, Bricktop's a North American player.
Yeah, so he definitely has a lot of experience with the community and the game. Being a previous caster, he definitely knows what he's talking about. So we're gonna see what he can do, in this year. I guess we're gonna see how well he does. We're moving on from that to the 45th pick, round 8, with the Blazing Barbarians. Still hoping for someone to main a different map, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen at all.
Yeah, and I mean, all in all, that's, I guess, at this point, a moot point, because when the majority of your team is, oh, well, I'll just shut my mouth up because we have our next pick, which is Outflash, a support and long-range character. Of course, maining Bricktops out of North American. I'm willing to guess that something about tunnels and Bricktops is in his little write-up there.
Yeah, and he's known for being really skilled at Roblox Clan League, but not so much at the other weaponry. So just the normal 2 guns, He's got a very defensive mindset. And yeah, he loves to play tunnel on Bricktop. So, he's got some good long distance range, good long distance aim. So we're going to see what he can do and if he can make short work of his opponents. But moving on, it's the 8th pick for MM. Let's keep going.
Yep, pick number 46. And that was an almost instant one with Aikino, a support character who's a mid-range, but his quote is, someone in front is always good. As a mid-range guy, what he's basically saying is he wants a bullet sponge to be in front of him. Fan of the Bricktops and a North American player.
Yeah, so a lot of the support players and the guys who play the back really want someone else to rush in so they can kind of, pick off the enemy team and stuff like that. So we're gonna see if we can do anything on this team. He'll probably just be super helpful, but maybe not the playmaker or anything like that, But we're moving on to the 8th pick now.
Yep, Kinetic Knights with pick number 47 are, again, and I keep saying this every single round, the fan-voted least competent character, or least competent coach. I'm sure he's going to be a huge fan of me for bringing that up when we get to the interview portion.
I think we should ask him an interview question. It's what do you think makes you the least competent person? Because I mean he's been the one who's not been having as many technical difficulties throughout this whole draft. So
yeah, and his picks seem to be while a little bit more stretched out on the timeline, they all seem to be fairly decently thought out, and that's why he's not doing as many of the insta picks. And he's got 20 seconds left before he does get one of those random picks.
Yep, definitely. But we got 15 seconds on the timer, and he seems to be really, really cutting it close here. Probably deciding between a few people, and there we have it. Got a support player.
Yep. With like 5 seconds left on the clock, he picked Catalyst, as you said, a support character, mid-range character from North America.
And what maps like to play?
He likes to play Bricktops. I'm willing to bet that he likes to play tunnels.
Yeah. So I don't think there's really much to say, honestly. Hopefully he can help out his team. But aside from that, we're moving on to the 8th pick for II. And let's get right into it.
Indeed, let us do exactly that. This will be the last pick of round 8 for Altair, our most competent, by your votes, coach of the season. All
right, so everyone in chat, make sure to post who you think is going to get picked right now. as we're waiting for the timer to slowly tick down. 40 seconds left. And who do you guys think he's going to pick?
Let's see, we got Devonton. Gravity is popping up.
Yeah.
Oh god, that is going so fast. It's hard to keep an eye on.
All right, so let's see what he's gonna pick. Maybe he'll pick a chat favorite. Maybe not. Well, we got 20 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what he can do here.
Oh, this is really going to the wire. He's got, at this point, 10 seconds before he gets that random pick.
All the teams are really cutting it close. They're really trying to make their decision. He's got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and it's a random pick. Random pick for II. I don't know what's going on with all these random picks. I don't know what the teams are doing, what the coaches are doing, but that's what he's getting, man.
Yep, and well, that's just great. Happens
Perfect
to be
game.
Both the player and what has happened to II. He is a defensive player, close range player, pick grounds. So that's a little bit something new.
I'm surprised. It seems like he's definitely a well-known player. He has led multiple elite divisions in the past, but he's also gone 0 to 11, becoming a meme. So I guess I see why he hasn't gotten picked now. He used to be pretty good, but not doing good anymore, like a lot of these players. So maybe he can revoke his meme stats and come back a little bit here. But moving on, it's round 9, pick 49 for Colossal.
Yep. Colossal Crusaders up again, 60 seconds on that clock for their next pick. And they don't even want it. They don't need it. They don't care. Stefan or Saint Fen. Not sure which one of those is his preferred. Stefan? Okay, we're going to go with Stefan. An offensive player, mid-range player. The last 2 items, Brick and North America, are pretty much status quo at this point.
Yeah, so he's a very versatile player. He comes out on the field with an offensive playstyle. He's arguably one of the best team players. So I don't know why he got picked so late. A lot of these guys are a little bit of a mystery to me because it seems like they would do pretty good on their team, but I don't know.
There's always somebody just slightly better, and we're going to move on to pick 50 with the Atomic Avengers, round 9. 60 seconds on that clock.
So hopefully we don't get another AFK coach or technical difficulties or what have you. Oh, right away. They don't even need the clock.
No, they do not. Draziox, an offensive close quarter individual who mains Narrowgill, and is out of Europe. So this is all around different than pretty much everybody we've seen thus far.
Yep. So he likes different maps, and he's actually very active too. He's not one of those people who has just come back for season 2. He can handle all sort of weaponry at a very good level. So I don't know why he got picked so late. He seems like an all-around very good player. So we're gonna see what he can do.
Well, this becomes a matter of versatility versus specification as far as your player skills. But moving on, we're going on to pick 51 with Blazing Barbarian, 60 seconds on that clock.
Yeah, and this is going to be their 9th pick of the draft. And hopefully we can get another instant pick. And there you have it right away. So Optical
Illusion, yeah. A support character, a long-range character. North American Bricktop's favorite. Guessing Tunnel?
I have no idea. Probably Tunnel. But
yeah, we are kind of trying to bull rush through these later picks. So
yeah, it's especially hard to he's a North American player and he likes to play Tunnel, I'm assuming, and it's just, you know what? Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going for the next pick here. Pick 52 is going to be their 9th pick again for MM, and let's see what they can do.
Yep, 60 seconds running on that clock, and doesn't look like. Oh, I was about to say doesn't look like an insta pick, but I seem to be very, very wrong. Idriolite. Idriolite? Does that look like Idriolite to you? Because that's what I'm going with. An offensive.
Words are hard.
Yeah, words are hard. An offensive mid-range player, Bricktop's North American